Hi, this is John with the Germanuel Insurance Group, and I want to welcome you to your East Central Online Benefits Portal. So let's get started by clicking Start Enrollment. So this brings us to our welcome step, which provides us information on open enrollment. And before we go any further, I want to show you how to enlarge the video you're watching right now. Instead of going to the regular enlarge icon located here, which has been disabled, click on the YouTube icon here. This will take you to the YouTube page where you can view an enlarged version of the video. When finished with the video, go ahead and click Next. This will bring us to our profile step, and most of this information, these data fields, will already be completed for employees. But there may be a couple data fields that you still need to complete. If you click Next, the system will let you know that you're missing some data in fields and will then highlight those fields. Simply complete those fields and click Next. And here we have our dependents. For existing employees, we were able to upload all of your dependents into the system, but we did not have access to their social security numbers. So for each one of your listed dependents, we need you to go to Edit and then enter that social security number. When finished, click Save. If you see that one of your dependents is not listed or you'd like to add a dependent, it's easy. Click Add Dependent. Fill in the required fields and click Add Dependent. When you're done with your dependent step, click Next. Next, you will confirm your documents. Simply click on the legal notices. From here, you can review those notices. The system will show you've completed and click Next. And this brings us to our enrollment steps, starting with medical, which we'll spend some time on. You have a lot of information on each one of your benefit steps. For instance, medical, you've got a video. It's called a Medical 101 video, giving you great upfront information about medical insurance. If we scroll down further, we have each of your different medical plan offerings listed. Then underneath those medical plans, you have different information links available to you. For instance, if you want to see a summary, you can click on the ASI Kaiser summary and see a summary of your benefits. Benefits elections is easy. To waive medical benefits, simply make sure yourself and each dependent is set to waived, and then click Next. To enroll in medical, simply select the enrolled option from the drop-down for yourself and each dependent you'd like covered under the plan. If you notice, your per pay period deductions will change based on who's enrolled on your medical plan. Once you've set your enrollment statuses for yourself and your dependents, you need to scroll down and pick your plan by selecting the green checkbox next to that plan. Disclosure on your Blue Shield ASI Plan A benefit. It says here CHR for deduction. And also above here, we've included instructions letting you know that this is an individual deduction calculation for each employee. So this will be a personal inquiry to see what your deduction would be for that Blue Shield Plan A offering. For purposes of this demo, I'm going to keep myself and all my dependents enrolled, and I'm going to select the Kaiser Bronze ASI plan, and then click Next. As you can see, it'll let me know I've completed my medical step by who's enrolled, and then also give me my per pay period deduction for medical. I'm going to skip the dental and vision steps as they are the same process as medical and move on to our FSA healthcare. Please don't get your healthcare FSA or dependent care FSA mixed up with your Benny card benefit. These are flexible spending accounts in which you can elect tax-free dollars in order to pay for healthcare expenses throughout the year. For these benefits, you can again waive. Just make sure you're set to waived and click Next. Or you can enroll and contribute to your flexible spending account. We also have helpful links underneath the flexible spending account plan that give you information on what a flexible spending account is, eligible expenses, and ineligible expenses. Contribute to an FSA account, switch from waived to enrolled, and then you need to enter your annual contribution to your flexible spending account. I'm going to go the annual max, and if I scroll down, it will give me my per pay period deduction in order to contribute this amount into my flexible spending account. When I'm finished, I can click Next. We're going to skip the dependent care FSA step. It is the same process as your healthcare FSA and move on to your employer paid life. This benefit is 100% employer paid, has your coverage volume here and also a summary here. When you're finished reviewing your employer paid life, click Next. Our last step is your voluntary life. We give your EOI requirements and guaranteed issue amounts here. Scrolling down, the system should default to what you currently have elected for voluntary life. If you want to keep those elections, you can click Next. If you've previously waived voluntary life, you can enroll in voluntary life through this process here. But you will need to fill out an EOI form. It does state that here, and that EOI form is located in the link here. For those of you who it is required for an evidence of insurability form to be filled out before your benefits go into effect, you need to click on that link, print that EOI form out, and then turn that into HR. When finished with your voluntary life, click Next. Last step before we sign our forms is specifying our beneficiaries for our employer-paid life and also our voluntary life if we elected voluntary. The system will automatically default to your dependents as beneficiaries. However, if you don't have any dependents listed, or if you'd like to add a beneficiary that's other than your dependents, you can click Add Beneficiary. From here, fill in the required fields and click Add Beneficiary. Now I can specify my beneficiary distribution percentages. Primary is required, secondary is optional. I'm going to leave 100% to spouse, and then secondary, Cousin Ed is going to get 100%. Once you've filled in your beneficiary information and designated your percentages, you can click Next. If you get a missing information message, it's most likely due to one of your dependents not having a social security number entered. It's easy to fix. You just simply go back to dependents, click Edit, add the social security number here, and click Save. From here, I can go and sign my forms. We're almost finished. We just need to review our forms. All of these forms are pre-populated. There's nothing I can edit or add. I'm going to do this quickly. You can review all your forms and then sign here. The mouse signature can be a little tricky. If you mess up, you can always click Clear and then start over. Signature doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to resemble your signature. Once you're finished, click Continue. Then our last step is reviewing our summary. We can review all of our elections. We can see our total costs per pay period for pre- and post-tax deductions, and also individual deductions for each benefit. You can print your summary, however you'll be able to view it 24/7 from your employee portal. When finished, click Next. You can leave feedback at the end of your enrollment. It is optional. You can click Finish, and you're done. I hope this benefits video has been helpful.